This is not the first time I've shot this review. It's the first time I shot it, the microphone wasn't plugged up correctly. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take a second, make sure that's okay now. This one, I'm gonna try to just plow through this one. I'm pretty sure the first one I did was way better, but here we are. Hawk 2003. Before I jump into it, make sure you hit that, cool. Okay, so I've not seen this movie since 2003. I just remember it being boring, but I couldn't remember if it was bad or just boring. Part of why I remember this movie as being so boring, apparently, is because everybody whispers every line of dialogue, and the acting is rough.
Doctor gave me the full workup. He wants to know where he can get what I'm taking. I'm 100%.
I wasn't familiar with every actor besides the two best actors in the movie, hands down. That's Nick Nolte as Bruce Banner's father and Sam Elliott as Thaddeus Ross. Anytime they're in the scene, that's when I'm most entertained in the movie, and that's when the movie is at its best. They're the only ones in the movie that feel like they're at least having some sort of fun and have some sort of understanding of their character. Jennifer Connelly as Betty Ross was either in the movie as a favor or an obligation. Most of her reactions and interactions with the characters come off as just flat. The part where she sees the Hulk for the first time, I was like, is that it? Is that all you got? What, do you see green giants every day? Eric Bana would have been a good choice to play Bruce Banner with a better director. But you know the guy from the fighting game that you get before you unlock the character? He's that. He just comes across as a blank face with eyebrows and hair. There's a scene in the movie where Bruce Banner is being interrogated by Thaddeus Ross. And at that part, you can definitely see the difference between acting levels and who gets their character and who doesn't, between Sam Elliott and Eric Bana. His portrayal as a man hiding the secret comes across more as a child breaking their grandparents' vase. That part made me laugh, but the movie definitely wasn't trying to. I wanted to give the script more of a benefit of the doubt because the last time I seen this, I was a kid. Now as a wiser, slightly grumpier older man, I could say no, the script was bad then and it's bad now. This was a time before the standard cookie cutter Marvel formula. There was no blueprint to tell them how to make a Marvel movie or make a Marvel story. As long as they had the catchphrases and the uniforms and maybe a couple special moves, they were fine. By the time they got to the end, I felt like maybe if they would have started the movie on a younger Bruce Banner, maybe while he was still in college, that would have made for a better movie, but no point in trying to rewrite spilt milk. For a movie made in 2001 or 2, the CGI for the Hulk was good for the time, and it is better in 4K. The attention to detail on the Hulk was top notch. The detail and attention put into the work back then looks better today than it did even 10 years ago. Now that I don't have to smack the side of a TV to get the fuzzies to go away. You kids know nothing about that. But if you were born in the 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm surprised with how much of the CGI actually still does hold up. Most of the CGI in this movie looks better than anything I've seen lately on movies or television. There's a couple quick moments where the CGI does look like early 2000s CGI, but still for this movie to be made in 2003 with the special effects that it does use, it's still good. There's one diamond in the movie, it's probably that, the special effects. That goes along with the fight scenes and how well they're shot and edited. Whether it's the green in Hulk's eyes or the Hulk hounds turning into green puffs of smoke when he throws them, especially in the second scene we get the Hulk. I believe that's the best that the Hulk looks throughout the entire movie. It's the most close-up, well-lit part of the movie. In that scene, you really do see the details that they do put into the Hulk. The special effects artist shouldn't be forgotten in a otherwise forgettable throwaway movie. It was the highest grossing movie of 2003, but in audience opinion at the time, it flopped. This movie had a nice frame, but in 2003, they weren't too invested in throwing a bunch of money into superhero movies. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man was a year before Ang Lee's Hulk, and the reason I think that movie succeeded where this one fell is if you take out the superhero elements of both movies, Spider-Man has better characters, where the characters in the Hulk just came across as deadpan and lifeless, mainly from its male and the female lead. The transition shots start off as fine, almost creative, but quickly goes to overused, maybe even nauseating. Seriously, do not watch this movie while you're drunk. You'll be over the toilet within the first 25 to 30 minutes. I promise you, whatever special effects was available on that computer, they used at least 2 times in the first 30 minutes of the movie. One of the movie's biggest issues is the runtime being 35 minutes too long. None of the main characters felt like they had any personality. Most of the time I felt like I was watching a stage play. So after sitting down for a couple hours and rewatching The Hulk, I found that even though the CGI for the most part holds up, the action when it does happen is well shot and edited, but those moments are too spread out in a mostly boring film. The movie only feels like a Marvel movie in the last 30 minutes, but this was from 2003, so I can't be too hard on it, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It was fun to go back and look how far the Hulk has come within the MCU. It's not as slow as I remember it being when I was a kid, but if you take out the Hulk, there's nothing here for 2 hours. The CGI does look better with HD, but that's about where the compliments end. The only thing I can really compare it to was Revenge of the Sith. When I was a kid, my aunt took me to go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters, and I fell asleep until Anakin and Obi-Wan's battle. I remember that part, but I don't remember any of the rest of the movie, and I still don't to this day. Ang Lee's Hulk is like that. It'll put you to sleep, then wake you up, only to put you back to sleep again. Anytime I've started a Marvel movie marathon, I always left the Hulk out. From what I remember of the next Hulk movie, I had more fun with it, but it's been God knows how long since I've actually seen the Ed Norton Incredible Hulk movie. So I'll watch that, give it a review, and catch up on what I think about that one. I think there's enough Hulk properties, but eventually I know that's going to run me up to She-Hulk. But anyway, that's a video for another time. What's your favorite version of the Hulk? It can be from the comic books, movies, TV. Whichever one it is, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time. Alright, y'all.